Hey YouTube, I'm back again, back with some more pickups. So as I'm recording this, it's Saturday morning. What are we, the 12th? Is it the 12th? I want to say it's the 12th. Let's find the calendar. Yeah, it's the 12th of September. So yeah, last Saturday, I believe, Saturday or Sunday, I think it was Saturday, I recorded a video, pickups video. That video ended up being, I think, about 40 minutes long, give or take a minute or two, which as yet I haven't uploaded. Been a bit of a busy week, and even though I was off yesterday, I was out for most of the day. I've trying to figure out a way of splitting it into at least 2 videos, but there's a whole section in the middle, a sort of a point about 10 minutes in, I think, where I could cut and split it to 2, but then I'd have one long video and one short video. There's also a point near the end, probably 27 minutes in, something like that, 28, maybe even 30 minutes in. There's also a point where I could split it into 2, but then that second video would be mostly me just waffling on with just remembering that I had a couple of pickups from Poundland which I'd almost forgotten about while recording the video. So at the moment I'm struggling on what to do with that. I mean, it's going to be uploaded by the time you're watching this. They'll already be uploaded. But just a bit of context on probably why those 2 or 3 or maybe even 1, I don't know what we're going to do yet. Video is late, but we're not here to waffle on about that. I've got pickups. I've had a couple of parcels. Other than that, I had nothing until yesterday. And I went out. My intention yesterday, at the beginning of the week at least, was to grab some more Star Wars from HMV or wherever they had them and go up to the Metro Centre and sort of do Newcastle and back down the East Coast, trading in, or rather selling, just so I could get the last 5 from that set into my collection for as little money as possible. But as it turned out, middle of the week, those 3 Star Wars that were worth extra money have come down, so it's just not worth. There's still a bit of profit in it, but I think it worked out that I'd have to buy 10 Blu-rays just to get 1 free, which yeah, it just isn't worth it. So that plan went out the window. But I knew I was still going to go out somewhere. I ended up in Stockton and Middlesbrough yesterday. But first we're going to have a look at these parcels. Now, one I've already opened, came from CEX. It came in a mailer, card mailer. Normally they use bubble envelopes, so their packaging is getting worse. Luckily it's just a standard Blu-ray in here, so it didn't get damaged. But the reason I opened it is because it's something that's gone out of print, and I wanted to make sure they'd sent me a UK release of what I'd ordered. So in I'm not sure if it was my last video that's uploaded, but probably 2 or 3 videos ago now, I got some VCDs, and one of those VCDs was my super ex-girlfriend, and I did mention in that video that I was looking out for this on Blu-ray, and Mike at Movie Edge, should I say, kindly let me know that in the US that this, amongst a few others, has gone out of print. So I thought I'd have a look, and it seems to be the same here. I couldn't actually find a list of movies that have gone out of print and when they went out of print, but nowhere has this that I could find. Amazon don't have it, don't have this release at least. HMV, Zoom, Savvy, none of them have it. You can get a German version, or the German release of this on Savvy for about on Amazon for about 15 quid. I went on to CEX and they had one in their Italian network, which was down south somewhere. I can't remember the store now. For a tenner, plus £1.95 postage. £12 for me is a bit steep for just a standard Blu-ray, but like I say, nowhere else had it. CX had one, so I thought, you know, I've got the vouchers, I'll just get it. So £11.95, a lot more than I would normally pay, but it is out of print. No matter luck, within the next few weeks it'll probably come back into print again. But since I got this, even CX have put the price up, so now they're selling these for 15 quid. So I got in just at the right time. So yeah, I'm chuffed that I've grabbed hold of this, more than I would have normally liked to have paid. But I think I got a decent deal, as it's pretty much, eBay as well. I checked eBay. There hasn't been one sold in the UK on eBay in their, I think it's 90 days you can look back over finished auctions, and there wasn't a single one on there that sold. There looks to be one in the US that sold for, I think it was equivalent about £30. But other than that, I couldn't find any others that are sold on eBay, and there's no live listings at the moment. So yeah, I'm chuffed that I got that. Now, that's just a receipt in the envelope. This came from a viewer of my videos. We got chatting a couple of weeks ago now, I think, on Facebook. He'd asked me about, I think it was an hour release that I'd opened, and there was an art card in there, and he asked me did I keep them, and I do collect them, but I also have a small stack of doubles, and those specific ones that he wanted, which it turned out I didn't have any of, at least not doubles of. I think I've got one of those 5 or 6 I have myself, and so yeah, we got chatting, and he gave me a list of the doubles he had, which was quite a few, and there was a few in there that I didn't own, so he said, I'll just send them if you want. So I was really happy. So we've got, I'm assuming this is what's in this envelope. I can't see it being anything else. I don't think I've got anything outstanding that I wasn't waiting for at that time. I think I've ordered something else since then now. But yeah, I'll rip these open and we'll take a look. So Arrow video art cards, nicely in some cards as well to stop them getting bent. It's always nice to see. So we've got JD's Revenge, Cruising, The Ghoul, Nightbreed. So that's 4 more to add to my collection. I've got Nightbreed literally just off frame over this. So most of these I keep actually in these cases. So if I've got the release, like Deep Red, I've got in that box. City of the Living Dead, I've got in that box. I'm not sure if I've got Cat Nine Tails. I know I've got a Carrie. What else have I got? There's a few others. Donnie Darko, definitely. Dr. Phibes, definitely. So yeah, and the ones I don't have, which are those, I don't have the releases of, I keep. Glorious Bastards, whether Arrow are actually going to release that or not, I don't know, but that was a bit of a surprise when I found that one. So yeah, these will go in here, and Nightbreed I'll pop in the box. But on the subject of these, I forgot to mention his name as well. This came from Matthew Lenton. So Matthew, thank you very much. It was much appreciated. Now he gave me a list of the ones that he needed for his collection, and they are Candyman, Contamination, Female Prisoner Scorpion, Retaliation, Rollerball, and Tomb of Legia. Now, if any of you guys out there collect these and have any of those as doubles that you want to send, or if you want to do some trades maybe for the ones I've got doubles of, I'll leave a link below to my Facebook, and you can contact me on Facebook Marketplace, and we can Facebook Messenger, and we can maybe work out a trade or something. It'd be good to get Matthew, even if we can just get one or two of those that he needs, that would be really awesome. So yeah, I'll leave that link below, and if you want to contact me, great. It's it's not imperative that you have to do that, but it would be much appreciated if you could. Right, wow, 10 minutes in already. How have we managed that? Right, yesterday I went to Middlesbrough, but before that I had to go to Stockton. So I had to wander around Stockton. Actually, I'm going to do this a little bit backwards. I've got some VHS tapes here, so we'll look at them first, even though they were actually the last thing of the day that I purchased. I got these for 20p each in, oh my goodness me, it's a charity shop that, as far as I know, there's only one of, and they do mostly furniture, and it's not the British Heart Foundation. No, it's very similar to the British Heart Foundation's furniture store, but they do mostly furniture, but they also have the stuff that other charity shops have. They have a small section of bric-a-brac, and I don't think they have anything in the way of clothes actually, but they did have videos, DVDs, CDs, that sort of thing. Nothing in the DVDs that I really fancied, but there was a few videotapes. So the first one that I grabbed was Somewhere in Time. I remember seeing this growing up, even though it's pretty much a love story. It's also a time travel movie. I do enjoy this film. It's a long time since I've seen it. I did have a check before I started recording, although I couldn't get onto Blu-ray.com. It seems to be down at the moment. I had a look on Amazon, and there is, I think, a US Blu-ray of this available. I couldn't see anything for a UK one, but like I say, I couldn't get on Blu-ray.com, so I'm not sure whether they've got a UK Blu-ray of that or not. Comedy that I really loved when I was growing up, Up Pompeii. I think this is probably my favourite of the three Up movies. There's been Up the Chastity Belt and Up the Front, all funny, but yeah, this is definitely my favourite. I don't know whether I've ever seen this or not, but I'm pretty sure I've never seen a DVD or a Blu-ray, at least out in the wild. This one I didn't look up, so I don't know if it exists on Blu-ray or DVD. I'm sure it does somewhere. But this is Flight of the Intruder. Just like the cover of it, and the cast looks half decent as well. This one looks pretty beat up, but yeah, I had to grab it on VHS. Fish Called Wanda. I've got the Blu-ray, the Arrow Blu-ray, and I've got a DVD as well of this. But yeah, even though it's an ex-rental, I had to grab that one. And another ex-rental. This one I only know from name. I don't think I've ever seen the film. I seem to remember it probably in the rental shop on the shelf. This is another ex-rental tape. McHale's Navy. Tom Arnold on there. I don't know that there was anyone else that I recognised, and I can't quite see. I think Dean Stockwell is definitely on there, but I'm not sure who else. Deborah Messing, I know her name, but I can't. Oh, Tim Curry. Tim Curry's always a good laugh, and it's Borgnine as well in there. So yeah, it's a pretty decent cast actually, better than I first thought. So that's the VHS out the way. We'll jump into the charity shops in Stockton that I went to. First of all was the British Heart Foundation. I looked through the Blu-rays and DVDs. I think they had 4 Blu-rays on the shelf. Nothing that I fancied. All $2.99. And as I was leaving, I was just passing the they have like a carousel, what looks like an old gift card carousel that they've now got DVDs in. But they had one Blu-ray sat right at the bottom. So I thought, well, if this is part of the 3 for £1, I'm going to have to find 2 of the movies to go with it. There's no other Blu-rays, but I found for part of the 3 for £1 the 100th anniversary Universal release, sealed with the slip, Back to the Future. And can you believe CEX will pay you the grand sum of 1 penny to buy this off you? I was shocked. I don't know why I was shocked, but I was shocked that this is so cheap on CEX, that they will only give you a penny for it. But to go with that, I spotted 3 movie set of High School Musical. I'm still curious about these films. I've not seen any of them. I've got, I think, the 3rd one, which I picked up for 50p in cash converters, I believe, on Blu-ray. But yeah, I didn't have any of the others, and I've been struggling to find either 1 or 2 on Blu-ray. So yeah, for 33p, to have them all on pretty much 10p, 11p a movie on DVD. Probably for that for now. And then this one I know nothing about. It was pretty much the title and the cast that drew me in from time to time. The synopsis actually sounds pretty good, but you got Hugh Bonneville and Maggie Smith from Downton Abbey, plus a few other people in there, Timothy Spall and Dominic West. So yeah, we'll give that a go. Looks a bit, I thought it might be a bit time travel-y, but it looks more like it's a ghost story than a time travel film, although time does kind of play a theme according to the synopsis at least. Then we went into the Butterwick Hospice, and I found amongst the rubbish in there wasn't really that much worth looking at. They had a couple of Blu-rays, one of which was A Force of One, a Chuck Norris movie, for £1. I don't think I've ever seen this film. I remember renting a lot of his films on DVD back in the 80s, but I don't know that I've ever seen this one. Maybe I just don't remember it, and if I start to watch it, maybe it'll all come back to me. But yeah, I was happy to find that for £1. Then these last 6 came from Age UK in there, 4 for 99p. And the reason there's only 6 is because the other 2 that make up the 8 were CDs, because there wasn't enough DVDs in there for me to find, and there wasn't any Blu-rays this time. So we've got Spooks Season 2. I've only ever seen the first series of this, and not because I just didn't like it, because I did, I really did like it. But I've never come across, I say I've never come across, that's probably a lie. But at least not at a price that I wanted to pick it up any of the seasons. So to grab Series 2 for essentially 25p. I believe I've got Series 1. I keep getting those wrong. I've got Series 1, I'm fairly sure. I didn't get it that long ago on DVD. So yeah, a rewatch, I think, of the first series, because must have been a decade since I saw that. But I remember it being really, really good. This is a guy I know through name only. I kind of recognise the face, I suppose, but I don't think I've ever seen anything of his. So this is Louis, the complete first season. Louis C.K. I hope that's right. I'm sure I read it somewhere and that's who it was. But I know the name. I've heard the name, but I don't think I've ever seen anything that he's ever done. So yeah, it's sealed for 25p. This is another one I looked up online because I wasn't sure I'd ever seen a Blu-ray for this, but apparently a Blu-ray does exist. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. On CEX, they only have a rental copy of the Blu-ray, and it's out of stock. It's not expensive. I think it was only £1. But they don't have it. They don't have a standard release for some reason. On Amazon, I didn't look. On eBay, the cheapest UK release, at least, of the Blu-ray is almost £9, which seems expensive. But there we go. I don't know why. Maybe it didn't have a very good release and nobody bought it, so there aren't that many of them. I don't know. It's a long time again since I've seen the first film. I've never seen that one, but I think I've got the first one on Blu-ray somewhere, so I'll dig it out and give it another watch at some point. This one I literally got because it's a super jewel case. It's Good Will Hunting. It's German. I believe it's a German release at least. I want to say it's a German release. There's just something that looks different, and I haven't compared it to any of my other cases. There's just something that struck me about this, that it just didn't quite look right, and I don't know what it is. As a super jewel case, maybe I'm just looking into something that's not there, but it does say embossed on there, super jewel box. I don't ever remember seeing that, or maybe that's just a German thing, I don't know, but I don't ever remember seeing that on any of my other ones. So I need to look. Maybe I'm just blind and never seen it before, I don't know. But yeah, another one for the collection. This one I could have sworn I'd had, but I only bought because I thought it's in absolutely pristine condition. It's got to be better than the one I've got. Turns out I don't have this. Valentine. This is the snapper case edition, and it is in absolutely mint condition. This also has a really good cast. So I don't know if I've seen this or not. Again, another film that I'm not sure about. But yeah, I'll be giving that a watch. And then again, this is this one I did buy to upgrade my copy, because I know my copy is not in awful condition, but it's not in the greatest condition. This being Ocean's 11, again in the snapper case. This is the original first issue with the 181 minutes runtime on the case, even though that's completely wrong. I believe it's 118, which I can see why it's probably just a typo. But after I did that video showing the first one of these, the other one of these that I've got, and I eventually picked up, I believe, the what I'm assuming is the second release with the correct time on. I'd never come across these with this incorrect runtime on. I always come across the one with the correct runtime on, which is really weird. So maybe they only made a certain number of these, and then after that they reissued a lot of the, I don't know how long. I suppose after this came out on DVD, these snapper cases were around for a few years, so possibly, yeah, this only got one print run, whereas the other's got a lot more. But anyway, there we go. That's everything from Stockton. We're going out of focus a little bit there. Then I moved on to Middlesbrough, and you've seen the VHS tapes I got. The rest of these, I think 2 came from a charity shop, and some from CEX, and we got one from One Below, which is a little bit like Poundland, although they're with their name being One Below, it's actually everything's a pound or below. But all their DVDs and Blu-rays, what few Blu-rays they have, are a pound. And the only one in there that I didn't own are kind of Traitor. Again, decent cast, based on a John le Carrier, so hopefully it's a decent spy movie. But we'll see, I suppose. But yeah, for £1, I had to grab that one. Then these 2 came from a different British Heart Foundation, and once again was shocked. No, I wasn't shocked, but they started reducing some of their Blu-rays. They had a bunch of others, all of which were £1.99, but they had this one at 99p. I don't know why it was at 99p. I did get this quite recently as part of that Facebook that you may have seen if I've uploaded it by this time. It's on that video that I talked about at the beginning. Yeah, I got this as part of a Facebook pick up, brand new sealed, my other copy. Yeah, but for 99p I grabbed this to go in the box with the other stuff that's going to Pete for his drawers. So yeah, happy to grab that. We do have a code in here. Don't know if it's any good. I did actually try to redeem this last night, but it told me I already had it in my collection, which I didn't realise I had. So it went through until the point where it told me it was already in my collection. So whether it's actually made the code unredeemable now, I don't know. But it's there if you want to give it a try, by all means. It does say 2018 on there, but it's is it 19? 2018. But it did go through to the point where it was trying to put it in my collection until it realised that I already had it somehow. Because I don't believe I've opened that sealed one. I might be wrong about that. I'll have to go and check on the shelf. Maybe I did last week, and just because there was that many of them, I totally forgot about it. But anyway, then this was a film that I really not that bothered about getting. Yeah, I was really unimpressed with the trailer, and the reviews are shockingly bad. But at $1.99, I thought, you know, what the heck? It's got the slipcover, the digital copy redeemed, no problem. This is the new version of Hellboy with David Harbour, and I didn't realise, or maybe I just forgot. Was she in the trailer? Maybe she was in the trailer. Mila Jovovich is also in it. But yeah, for £2, I thought, you know, what the heck? It's another one to go on the shelf. Maybe I'll watch it at some point. Then finally, I was in CEX. I had a £10 voucher, and I was very close actually to getting Avengers Endgame in 3D. But I thought, you know, I'm going to have a look through first and see what else is there. Not the first thing I saw, but the first thing that just happened to be on the pile. Cuban Fury, 50p with the slipcover. I thought, I've got to grab that. So I was chuffed that I found that one. This one I kind of spotted last minute as I was looking through, probably because it was in the S's. But so was the first one, and this was, I think, my second look through. I must have missed it the first time, but I spotted the Sainsbury's sticker on it. So this is Star Trek Beyond. But it's a Sainsbury's exclusive, comes with a bonus disc. Another one that I had no idea existed. It was £4. I would probably have paid that at least, or around about that, getting it off eBay anyway. But because it was with vouchers, I was happy to get that. And I do have the 3D of that, but don't have the Blu-ray, the standard Blu-ray. Oh, question, if anybody knows. So I've got the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek on Blu-ray with the slip. I've now got this with the slip. I have never been able to find Into Darkness with a slip, either 3D or standard. Does anyone know, does that even exist? And I'm talking about a UK release, not necessarily somewhere else. Maybe there's a US one or an Australian one, but specifically in the UK. Does Star Trek Into Darkness on standard Blu-ray, or even 3D Blu-ray for that matter, exist with a slipcover? Because I've never come across one. Just curious. And then finally, I got something from HMV's Premium Collection. Now, by no means am I going for a full set of these. This is Shaft. So this is spine number 41. If we can get it through the glare. There we go. From 1971. Yeah, there's by no means am I going for a full collection of these. There are way more in this collection that I'm not interested in than ones that I am interested in. And there's over 100, I think, now. I'm in fact pretty sure there's over 100. There's one came out quite recently. Actually, there's a few came out quite recently that I'm kind of interested in, but quite a few of those do have other releases. And one of the ones that I would be kind of interested in, I already own. Now usually I've got no problem double dipping for something that's a limited edition, but that version of Logan's Run I don't think offers anything that my US release of Logan's Run has, other than it's in a box with a slipcover, and that might be the deciding factor, to be fair. But there's stuff like Silent Green, Forbidden Planet, Looker that came out a few weeks ago, which I don't think even got a DVD release in the UK. I've got the Region 1 DVD I've had for years. I absolutely love that film. So yeah, I'm definitely wanting to get that one. And there's probably a bunch of others as well that's offhand I can't think of, as The Shining, only because it's the US uncut version. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's uncut compared to all the other UK releases. And I'm going blank with the others, but there are others, mostly sci-fi ones. I think Krull is definitely available. But yeah, like I say, not going for a full collection, but I was happy to grab this one. One thing I didn't look up, Shaft's Big Score and Shaft in Africa, do they have Blu-ray releases specifically in this collection? And if not, do they have Blu-ray releases at all? Because I wouldn't mind having all three of those movies, and it would be even better if they were in this collection. But yeah, just a thought. That's it. That's my last one of this pickups video, and this is ending up being another really long one. I don't know if I can split this into two. Maybe there is a point, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on at the end of this video like I normally do. I'm just going to say once again, thank you very much for watching. If you did manage to get to the end, just put a comment below saying got to the end. Seems to be becoming a theme now. And yeah, once again, if anybody's interested in trading some of these, or if they've just got some you want to send me, I'd be more than happy to converse with you on Facebook Messenger. I will put a link down below to my Facebook page. But other than that, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Ta-ra.